Happy Monday, Central Arkansas. Thank you for joining us today at noon on this foggy day. Check out this dash tower cam showing us just how gloomy downtown Little Rock is. We'll get a check of the weather coming up. Here are some of the stories we'll be bringing you today. Anticipation is building for tonight's sure to be unforgettable performance by the Judds on the CMT Music Awards. Plus, hectic mornings getting teens out the door for school, why experts are advocating for school to start later, and why they say science is on their side. Plus, it's set to be opening day for the Travs in North Little Rock. If it's not a washout, what you need to remember when heading to the park in about 10 minutes. But first and foremost, we are tracking the possibility of severe weather today and throughout the next couple of days. Our talented team of meteorologists are keeping us updated with the latest model information. Corrales Ortiz joins us this morning with what you need to keep in mind as we move through afternoon. Corrales, what can we expect?
Yeah, that's right, Mackailyn. Several days of severe weather is in our forecast. Multiple rounds starting as early as this afternoon and through our Tuesday and Wednesday as well. Anywhere from strong to severe storms are possible, with all severe weather types possible with these events as well. That includes the potential for large hail and even a few tornadoes as well. Here's what we're expecting for today, this afternoon and evening, as early as 4 o'clock all the way through the evening hours, and as late as the 1 o'clock hour, we have the potential of medium risk for hail, large hail at that. Some of these storms could produce hail in excess of 1 inch in diameter, up to even tennis ball size. And in terms of the latest updates from the from the Storm Prediction Center, I should say, the possibility of a strong tornado or two is there as well. Right now, though, we've been quiet with just a bit of that drizzle. You saw that tower cam shot earlier. It's been a little bit gloomy for us with just a few light showers to our north. Actually, some of that has been capable of producing some lightning and even small hail reports from these lingering showers and storms moving on through in northern portions of the state. So as the day progresses later this afternoon, a warm one at that in the upper 70s. Later this evening, we'll start to see the development of more showers and storms coming our way that will be strong to severe. Watching out for even the potential of issuing some tornado watches. I would not be surprised as well. So I'll have the latest updates in regards to the timeline and what impacts we can expect within these other days as well, and your forecast coming up in minutes.
All right, thanks, Corrales. You know, take out your phone. We know it's probably right beside you, and download the THV11 app. It's free to download in the Apple app and Google Play stores. The app will alert you of any severe weather watches and warnings where you are. You can also monitor radar and watch our live coverage if you lose power. And new at noon, we're following developing news out of Marion. According to police, an 8-year-old boy is dead after being shot in the head. Officials say it happened last night around 6. Witnesses told officers that several people showed up in the area with splatterball guns, which escalated to a shooting with a real gun. 24-year-old Shantaria Montgomery is charged with first-degree murder in connection to the shooting. He is being held in the Crittenden County Jail. And new developments overnight in a story we first told you about on that THV11 app. Grant County emergency officials are now reporting the wildfire near Sheridan has now been contained. More than a dozen families had to be evacuated as flames spread closer to homes, but we're told families were allowed to return to their homes overnight. The fire burned around 1,000 acres. No injuries or damage to homes has been reported this morning. Our Jade Jackson is following this story and will bring us a full report tonight at 5 and 6. The Russellville Police Department is investigating the death of a person who was hit and killed by a train over the weekend. Officers responded to a call that a man was struck near the Detroit Avenue Railroad crossing. Very few details have been released so far, but we will continue to update you with the latest on air and online at thv11.com. And this morning, the Arkansas Blood Institute is sounding the alarm on a critical local blood shortage. They're asking Arkansans to step up and donate. Patients across the state rely on local blood donations. A session takes about an hour and can save up to 3 lives. To help meet this critical need, the Arkansas Blood Institute is extending its donor room hours through this Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and over the weekend from 7:30 to 4 p.m. and Sundays until 2. We have more information over on thv11.com. Ukraine has warned citizens in eastern Ukraine to flee ahead of a renewed Russian invasion of that part of the country. Russia has pulled its forces out from northern Ukraine and is redirecting them to the east. Natalie Brand has the latest from the White House.
Satellite images over the weekend showed a convoy of Russian vehicles 8 miles long heading to eastern Ukraine.
The Russians are regrouping, they're refitting, and they're refocusing out in the east where they will try to make progress.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky told CBS's Scott Pelley on 60 Minutes that his country needs even more help and weapons as soon as possible to stop Russian attacks.
They have to supply weapons to Ukraine as if they were defending themselves and their own people. They need to understand this. If they don't speed up, it will be very hard for us to hold on against this pressure.
President Biden's national security advisor told CBS News that the U.S. is looking at giving new weapon systems to Ukrainian forces that would require some training outside of the country.
We're also looking to source weapon systems from allies and partners that the Ukrainians already know how to use.
Jake Sullivan also said the U.S. is actively looking to return U.S. diplomats to Ukraine. President Biden is also continuing his diplomatic efforts, speaking virtually with India's Prime Minister Modi Monday morning.
The United States and India are going to continue our close consultation on how to manage the destabilizing effects of this Russian war.
India has remained neutral, refusing to condemn Russia in a recent UN vote. The country also continues to buy Russian oil. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
Here in Little Rock, every Sunday, the Trinity Episcopal Cathedral Church rings their bells before service while also putting on a bell performance in solidarity with Ukraine. Now, dozens of people gathered at the Trinity Episcopal Cathedral to observe Palm Sunday yesterday. That day begins a Christian celebration 1 week before Easter. The church is collecting donations for Episcopal Relief and Development's Ukraine Crisis Response Fund. Blue and yellow flags and baked cookies for Ukraine were passed out to those who donated to the cause. And while the traditional services for Palm Sunday are celebrated, so are concerns being addressed for others around the world.
Goodness, I think everybody realizes what a terrible thing is happening there, and we all want to do something. And as you know, everyday people, we don't know what to do. But we know that our money can be used for humanitarian aid, and that's what we're interested in doing.
If you'd like to donate to the cause, you can mail in checks labeled Ukraine to Trinity Episcopal Church. You can also donate online on their website. We have their information on our website, thv11.com. Well, with Easter less than a week away, families are loading up on the goodies for the holiday. Consumers are looking for Easter deals in the face of rising inflation, with plans to shop at discount stores or search a variety of retailers. And according to the National Retail Federation, families plan to spend just under $170 on the holiday, ranging from Easter baskets to food, gifts, and clothes. And whether you're dyeing them or scrambling them, eggs are going to be more expensive if you celebrate Easter or not. According to the Department of Agriculture, the average weekly price for large eggs is now nearly 50% higher than compared to last year. Increased demand and bird flu virus cases nationwide are to blame. And still ahead, experts say it's time to rethink how early school starts. We'll tell you why after the break.
Time is now to be weather aware with back-to-back severe weather events in our forecast, including later this afternoon and evening. I'll have the latest in regards to what impacts we may see for today.